I moved here from Santa Fe just about 2 years ago with my partner, and I fell in love with it. You know, it's really beautiful. It's a place to me that's really rooted in this hyper-local focus of food and wine, and the experiences around us. I really don't think they can be matched elsewhere. So when you think about stress, and you think about your life, you think about the place that you're at, and there's nothing you can do but be grateful for it. You know, you go to the market, and you're surrounded with this incredible opportunity that I've never seen anywhere else. We decided to document this passion and this interest that we have in Santa Barbara with the website, Relish Santa Barbara. And we used our love for technology and photography to share our passion for tasting new things and creating new experiences. It's a way for us to say, I'm here and I'm present and I want to pay attention to the things around me. And so, you know, we get to explore new things like finger limes, which are imaginative and awesome. To keep ourselves inspired, we actually create opportunities and create projects to do. So we actually tasted over a dozen Reubens in Santa Barbara. You may not know this, but there is a winner, in our opinion. And if you go to the website, you can find out. But a little hint is this restaurant is on Canon Perdido. So, right now, Jocelyns working on a new project that's really documenting the life of what we know is the community seafood. And they actually have created a fishery where they go out, they fish locally and sustainably, and you can sign up to be a member to access their fish, and you pick it up once a week or bi-weekly. It's just such a neat thing that we found out about, and we've learned a lot about what's happening. You know, then you go to frogs, right? How many of you have been to the frog wall? Yeah, it's like the cutest thing ever. So it's up in the Riviera. There's, you know, if you Google it, I'm sure something will come up. But it's just this really great place where people have started to share their love for something with the community. And it's just like available. You park and be careful because you might get hit crossing the street. But and you guys, I'm sure, are aware of this tree also. You know, there's a lot of magic here. These little nuggets of things, little surprises that just really keep me interested. And after almost 2 years, I'm still finding them. You know, it's like people say, have you been to the... And then you see things like this, you know, on your way to work, on your way to get the mail. This is what we look at. I mean, this is Santa Barbara. It's incredible to me. And so, you know, you get that place where it's just something you can't really even dream of until you've been here, right? I think you all know that since you live here. But we go to the Biltmore, and Jocelyn took this shot. There's this glass mirror, actually, or glass wall that separates the very, you know, front of the pool area and the ocean. And it's like, you wouldn't see that unless you're, you know, maybe looking at it through Jocelyn's lens, which is awesome. But here I am over to the right, you know, oh, look, a clock. Alice Keck Park Memorial Gardens. This didn't just start. This came because someone had a vision and a dream for this place. And now, thanks to hundreds of dollars and hundreds of hours of hard work, we have an incredible place to go relax and have a picnic and see the turtles and watch the ducks grow every year. This was 3 blocks from the house that we moved into when we first got here. And you go to the ocean and you spend time and you turn around and you walk into this natural beauty. It's 2 miles away from our home. It's an incredible place. And all you have to do is open your eyes. When's the last time you went to the ocean? Went to the tide pools? You know, just like sat in your space. It's incredible. These are the things you see, of course. You know, urchins. I actually got to hold this little moving urchin. Changed my life. And these are things you don't see. I grew up in Michigan. There's lots of water. You know, I lived in the desert in Santa Fe for a while. But then you come here to this ocean and this great place with all these people, and it really makes you say, like, God, we're so lucky to be here. We fell in love with the harbor because there's a lot of energy and activity there. You know, it's a source of life, and it's a source of food. It's a source of activity, of course. And it seems like, you know, you just go and you watch the hours go by and you watch the waves slip around, and it's like you're in that moment for just a few seconds sometimes. You go to get fish, and then there you see the harbor. We started doing these little time-lapse videos for fun, another project of ours. And at the end of the evening, we actually perched for hours outside of Brophy's and shot the same view for hours. You watch the people go by, the dogs, people loading their boats. And you wake up in the morning and you get to drive down this road into wine country. 35 minutes into another world. You know, a place where life is different. It's exciting to live here and to get to go to a place that really creates the things that we love. You know, there's just a different lifestyle out there. The pace is set by the growth of the vines. We watched our friends who are winemakers and others in the industry, and they fall into step with the seasons. They're watching for bud break and harvest, and they have bottling season, and they're rushing around waiting for a big semi-truck to come down a path just like this so they can make wine. It's a beautiful cycle of life. I think, when you see things like this, what do you need to worry about? Jocelyn went out last year during harvest and captured a story of really the making of wine. She's made friends since then with the winemaker at Curtis. And she went out and she saw the back-breaking work of making wine. You can't not appreciate, sipping wine from a glass when you know how it was made and you've seen the process. It's a beautiful thing. And I think that's something that, both of us have really gotten to experience. And nothing is better than sharing a glass of wine with your friends. We've had the fortunate luck of meeting some great people here, and many of you are in the room. But we started doing wine tastings at our house with our friends so that we had a reason to get together once a month and share a new bottle of wine and talk about it and share silly stories, I'm sure, along the way. But one of my favorite quotes by Rumi is this: "Let the beauty of what you love be what you do." I relish Santa Barbara, and I hope that you do too.
Thank you so much, Stef.